it shines. I have only been at Verizon a short time. I previously led the channels at Simple, Motorola Enterprise and Government, and have written more than 20 of the channel partner programs that are in use today from a variety of brands, from Intel to Cisco, etc. I was brought into Verizon to do one thing: embrace the indirect channel. We have not done as well as we should have here before. I am here as your new channel lead to tell you that this is a new game. It's an all-new team. More importantly, it's a channel-friendly team. I've been a channel chief for a number of years. I've been in this industry, the channel side of the industry, for a long time. We're bringing all that to Verizon. And so what I'm going to ask for is your attention for about 20 minutes as I walk through where we're going, what the vision is for the channel, then we'll get into the specifics on the channel program. I'll introduce the team and turn the Q&A over to them. I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm going to have to leave about 10 minutes before the session ends. I actually wasn't originally planned for this time slot, and I've got some conflicts, so that's okay. I've got to make a plane. I'm leaving 45 minutes to make a plane, so we feel really hopeful about me having that moment in the airport, that magical moment with security where I'm sure I'll stop. And if I do, I'll come back. So let me talk about the Verizon Partner Program a little bit. So how many of you guys remember buying a typewriter? I do. Okay. So when I think about buying a typewriter, I also think maybe one of you used a PDA. Remember PDA? I remember my PDA. I love my PDA. Or sold groupware back in the day, right? So PDA, typewriter, groupware, all things that have went the way of the dodo bird. Anybody still using a typewriter today? I don't know that I've seen a typewriter in 15 or 20 years, but Ray, who's quite young actually, apparently still has one, but it's probably some kind of museum piece. But here's what's happened. Technology changes. It changes all the time. But what technology does doesn't change. A typewriter was meant to help someone communicate. You put a piece of paper in it and you type. The problem is, companies like Smith Corona and others fell in love with the typewriter, and they thought they built typewriters. And so when the time came for them to innovate, they built a typewriter that had this little teeny screen on it, where you could type 2 or 3 notes and look at it, and then it would print it on a piece of paper, because they were in the typewriter business. Where other companies like IBM, who also had the Selectrix, which is one of the bigger typewriter brands, said, well, that doesn't make any sense. We're going to go into the computer, because the computer makes more sense. Because people aren't typing letters. People are communicating with people. So the technology changes, but what you do with the technology doesn't. Those typewriter manufacturers who thought they were just selling typewriters, they were selling tools for people to communicate. When they lost that, they lost their businesses. PDA manufacturers, they thought they were selling handheld devices. No, they weren't. They were selling a way for people to be more productive when they were away from their computers. And finally, those folks that sold groupware, they weren't selling fancy software. They were selling a way for people to communicate and collaborate with each other. And so what happened? As Verizon, you can say, hey, you were the company that used to help us sell PDAs. You were the company that used to sell, and still does, POTS lines. That's not what we do. That's not what you do. We do answers. We have answers to customers' questions just like you do. We serve our customers who say, how do I communicate better? How do I embrace cloud? How do I secure my network traffic? These are the things that we do day in and day out, and that's where we want to partner with you. Because answers keep us in the game, even when the technology changes. Because we're there and we're ready to embrace that. So I want to tell you a little reseller story. I mentioned that I've been in the channel for more than 20 years. And I actually know a reseller who was a top 5 typewriter reseller in the 70s. That's more than 20 years ago, but this story was told to me by them. And of all the typewriter guys that were in the business with him, the majority of them are out of business. Gone, closed, lost their business. And if you sold typewriters, you might be out of business too. However, if you sold communication tools, you sold answers, you're still here today. And that same partner is a top 5 IBM partner today. Top 5, selling web-based and cloud tools. Why? What differentiated that partner from a partner who just sold typewriters until they went down and nobody bought typewriters anymore and they had to close? What differentiated them was when it came time to embrace the technology, they embraced it. When it came time to innovate, they innovated. And that's really what I want to talk to you about today. I'm going to talk about the partner program, but I also want to talk about how we help you to innovate in your business. Sound system's not part of the Verizon portfolio, and it was becoming very experienced. I am from New Jersey, I can scream if needed. I'll keep working on it. So 95% of the typewriter stores that were in business in the 80s are out of business today, 95. That means if today we stick with the same process we're in now, potentially 95% of us will be out of business. That's not a success story. So let's talk about how we succeed. We all have to keep pace with technology. As Verizon in the last several years, we have purchased Hughes Telematics, close to $1 billion purchase of a telematics machine-to-machine company. We've purchased Enphase, a multi-million-dollar purchase of a platform. We purchased Terramark, a $1 billion cloud purchase. We purchased CloudSwitch, a multi-million-dollar cloud process. Right? I can go on and on and on. The bottom line is we are continuing to invest in technology, and now we're going to over-invest in the channel to help you do the same. And that's really what I want to talk about over the next couple of minutes. Really, my question to you, and as I meet with the partners and talk to the partners and see some of our loyal and very good partners in the room, is how do we help your business thrive? Do you guys want to just turn it off and I can just scream? The handheld? Yeah, I'm fine with it. I don't want to hurt our guests' ears. It'll be great. It'll be like on a talk show. Okay. And how do you feel? If this doesn't work, I'll just scream. Is that a good deal? Is it good now? I'm going to just scream. There you go. I like this scream. All right. So really what I want to talk about is how you thrive in business. Now, I'm going to tell you this because I want you to know my background. Prior to coming to Symbol Motorola Verizon, I ran a company called the JS Group. The JS Group did one thing. It was an international consultancy that consulted with the top VARs in the industry to help them grow their business. Denali, Furby, Cross Telecom, SPS, I go on. I can name names. If you wanted me to VAR in your local area, go ask them. I can try to introduce you to somebody. I worked with 573 channel partners over 15 years in my company. The average growth rate was 60% in the bad times and over 100% in the good times. 27 of the 30 top VIA partners went through my Masters of Convergence program. 38 of the top 40 Symbol partners went through my Symbol Pro program. And 100% of the Intel solution providers went through my sales skills programs. I have dedicated my career to growing the channel. And that's what I'm going to do at Verizon. I want to help you grow. And I know that in the channel, biggest isn't a strength, best is a strength. And I'm not looking to be like Microsoft or Cisco or IBM and have 10,000 partners. That is not my game. I want a small group of partners who I can overinvest in, who I can build a trusting relationship with, who I can work with and help them build their business. And that's what myself and our teams at Verizon are really going to be focused on. So I want to talk a little bit about the answers and what we've come up with and what we're going to give access to our channel partners. So you saw, I hope, all the press. We have taken all of the Verizon partner programs, Terramark, Verizon Wireless's business program, we had a small cyber trust program, we had a machine-to-machine program, we had our Verizon VISP program for our network VARs, etc. We have put all of those programs under one brand, the Verizon Partner Program. We have over-invested in automation, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute, to make it easier for you to drive your business. And we're going to make all of the products that our best direct salespeople have access to available to each of you. You can make decisions on which products you want to sell as an agent, which products you want to sell as resale, and which products you'd like to sell with us. So let's say, for example, you're really good at comms and networks, but a customer might ask you about how do they do this machine-to-machine asset management thing. You'll be able to refer that and get a benefit and bonus for referring that business. We're not going to ask you to learn every product in the portfolio. That doesn't make sense for your business. Likely doesn't make sense for mine. So all these products are in the program. So in the networks, and I won't read you these, we have takeaways in our booth for you. All of our traditional network products to help you connect your customers. From our traditional network products all the way up to our most secure and wireline access to private IP, and all of the products in our network portfolio. From an advanced communication standpoint, we have everything from video conferencing to the very exciting Virtual Communication Express product that we've just launched
side of the channel as we work through this process. Machine to machine, we have solutions from healthcare to finance, manufacturing, etc. run on our 3G and 4G network. You can choose to resell those solutions or partner with us and sell with us in those solutions. And then finally, for mobility, we have our 4G LTE, 3G tablets, and rugged devices all in the channel program as well. So in the past, to join any one of our channel programs would have taken you months, an act of God, Congress, 16 meetings, a lawyer, and I could go on. And then when you decided that you'd like to sell mobility, we would repeat that process for you because we thought that you'd like to keep lawyers employed. And so instead, we now have a click-through contract. And as you decide that you want to expand what you sell, so let's say you were selling our networks and now you'd like to sell mobility, very simple to add that addendum on to the same agreement, same terms, etc. So we're trying to make it as simple as we can for partners who have adjacent technologies they'd like to work with Verizon on. And if you don't want to, that's fine too. We also are acknowledging the fact that there are agents, there are partners that want to resell. Perhaps you've got an application, you want to put it in my cloud and you want to sell that at one price, and you want to take the money and pay me for the cloud, that. And we also understand we have partners that say, hey, I'm never going to get into that. I'm not going to do machine to machine. But when my customers ask me, I want to be the guy or the girl who can bring Verizon to the table and get the solution, and oh, by the way, get a little benefit from that. So that is really the three models in the program, and I'll go through those in the slide deck where I wanted to make sure that you were there. And whatever's next will come into the channel too. We just acquired Houston Telematics. We're launching a network fleet product in about 2 weeks. That will also be available to our indirect channels. It will not be this line anymore where we say the direct team gets the best and the rest we leave. And so we fundamentally did something different as Verizon. I mentioned when I started, my name is Janet Shines. It said shines no matter what it looks like when you see it on the agenda. That's how it's said. It's spelled S-C-H-I-J-N-S, so it sounds like it would be Ephesians, but it shines. And when I took this role, I also asked to get product and pricing for small and medium business. Have the products in my organization. Lori Bonifant in the back of the room is on my team, runs products for me. I have the products as well. So it doesn't become this separated program where I don't have access to changing the pricing or bringing the product features in that my channel needs. So whatever's next, we're going to do there. So why would you join the Verizon Partner Program beyond the free lunch and the squeaky audio? So I talked about the solution portfolio. We think we have a great solution portfolio. We have training and certification. You will get the same access to the same training, including our vertical leadership training that we train our folks on the vertical markets, as our direct sales teams would get. Marketing, sales, and technical support, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. The 3 selling models that I spoke about. And then we have partner relationship management through Salesforce.com. Our direct team is on CRM with Salesforce.com. Our partners are on PRM with Salesforce.com. Our deal registration is completely automated. You go into Salesforce.com, search for the company name, register your deal, and it is your deal. If it's red in the system because we think someone else has the deal, we have a deal registration process. We'll work it through. We're over 90% approval, even in those areas. Last week, we approved for a partner a Tier 1 Fortune 100 retail network and told our direct teams, move out. Partners got it. This is how we're going to gain your faith. This is how we're going to gain your confidence. Now, by the way, if my direct sales team has been in there for 2 years working it, that's a different story. But in this situation, they were not.
So has this somewhat eliminated? Has this somewhat eliminated checking accounts?
Yes, it has. Yes.
No limitations.
There is a small limitation. I'm going to be very honest about it. So we've got about 1,200 accounts that we have a one-on-one relationship with, where the relationship is very important. That does not mean that by opportunity we don't want a partner in there, but our direct team would like to keep a relationship with that CIO. You can imagine those brand names, right?
So even yet, they are one of these accounts.
Register that lead one.
Then we can partner.
Absolutely, we can partner. We made a mistake. Let me be very blunt. We overprotected way too many accounts. That's just the bottom line. That sometimes that happens. You know how that happens? That happens when you take the indirect sales team and you move it out of the direct sales organization and have a separate organization, and that's what we did. So we got rid of this. So I come from, I was recruited into Verizon Wireless. Our Senior Vice President of Sales, Kevin Zavaglia, our Global President of Sales, Mike Landman, both from the wireless environment as well. We're more than 50% indirect in that world. We've brought that mentality with us. Kevin Zavaglia has a group of folks here in the room. He has all of the Americas direct and indirect sales. From our general VPs, from our geography VPs, to our AVPs, to our sales directors, to our sales managers, to our salespeople, $1 of revenue brought in by the indirect channel is as good as $1 of revenue brought in from the direct channel. Direct, indirect, equal. Good. We handed out a revenue target that incorporated indirect into the areas. They can't hit it if they sell direct. They need you. There are dedicated channel sales managers out in the field. They report up to the same sales leadership. And all of our geography VPs are being challenged by all of us to make you successful. So we're hoping that that eliminates a lot. I won't promise you I've fixed every back-end system. I won't. I haven't. I won't promise you that I've made us the easiest company in the world to work with. I haven't. But I'm going to walk you through the improvements I've made. I'm going to ask if you want to work with us to make this the best partner program in the industry. Some of you will. Some of you may not. I think that's a good discussion. So how are we different now? How is this a different Verizon? So one thing that hasn't changed is the brand, and I'm going to walk you through it. But how the program is different is we've aligned our brand, our training, our engineering teams, our product line, and our compensation to be best in class. So I want to talk about the brand. We'll help you market your brand as a partner. We'll supply you with leads. We'll help you work your leads. And we'll help you build your brand using our brand. Through our partner relationship management portal, you'll have full access to Verizon's branded presentations where you can put your own logo in, use your own marketing materials. We have market development funds for our top partners. We will invest. If you want to do a direct mail campaign to 4,000 customers, I want you to bring that to me, and we're going to pay for that and let you do that. That's what we need to do to help you grow the business. Now, in exchange for that, I'm going to ask you to put my logo probably on that. But I know you're business people and your family. Training. So in the past, we had not a great training. Now we've got some of the best training in the industry. We spent a year getting our training programs together. What our top sales rep gets, you'll get the same education, the same access to our products, and then one more thing. Unlike some other vendor programs that are coming up with certification, I will value any certification you get in the industry, CompTIA, Avaya, Cisco, one of my competitors. If your certification meets the requirements, there's no reason why you should have to take my certification. Then just take the couple of products that you want to sell, and we'll open up access to the product. I also will not charge you for that. You shouldn't have to pay to learn my products. We also have executive sales training, and Lori and her team are actually going to our partners and actually doing the training for them, teaching themselves and their agents how to use our products. Our engineering team, 32 sales engineers dedicated to the indirect channel now. They are all over the U.S. Additionally, our ETFs, which are the folks that do UCC, cloud, etc. out in the field, are also compensated and dedicated to deals that you would bring in the same way they would be for our direct team. So if you need help with a complex deal, we've got the folks that can help you do it. From a product line standpoint, I talked about this, the access to the products you want access to. If you're certified already in networks, I don't need you to get certified in networks again. Just take the training on my network so you know the product and the pricing, and we're off to the races. From a compensation standpoint, we have a tiered model. This was a mistake before. We had a flat compensation model. So if you did $1 of business with me, or you did $50,000 of business with me, I treated it the same. That doesn't make sense. So we do have a compensation model that's tiered. I'll walk you through that in a second. And our support model is really designed to help you with critical goals. We have channel account managers. Channel account managers, can you either give a wave or stand up? These folks are in the field with you. Stand up, don't be so shy. Sound off. Tom?
Tom DeVos.
Jerry. Steve Stotro.
Chris Bosco.
Diana Zanzonica.
Gino Neal. I have other.
Mike Clark.
Thank you.
Ray Underwood.
Thank you. They report directly into our sales leaders out in the areas, and they are there to make you successful. They're there to help you with your deals. This is a great thing. We have dedicated project managers now in care, support, and order management. Listen, you know this. I don't have to tell you this if you've ever been a Verizon partner. If you've ever been anybody's partner. Sometimes, when you're doing an order, you need some help. In the past, it was like a board game. Was it Professor Mustard in the library with a candlestick? I don't know. Maybe it was somebody else in the den with a whatever. They had a wrench. Now you'll know who to call. They have a clear escalation path. We review all indirect channel escalations for order, care, and management every single day. And we have dedicated order management people working on your problems. We have room to improve here. We know that. We're also investing millions of dollars in our back-end systems, doing end-to-end integration to rip the complexity out of order management. You start to see some changes on that in Ethernet and some other products here as we come into Q2. You'll see the full portfolio simplified as we walk through to 2014. Some stuff is still going to be a little complicated. That's what my sales engineers are there for, to help you with. We also have telephone channel managers, so in that minute that matters, when you have a question, you can get somebody to answer the question for you. So guys in the field, folks helping with order management, engineers for deal design, and somebody to call when you've got a problem. We have a 4-tiered structure. Now, as I walk you through the 4-tiered structure, remember that the Verizon Partner Program applies to my machine-to-machine partner, my mobility partners, my cloud partners. For example, in the cloud arena, there's a lot more people that enter in the member level, and they have one application that does PCI compliant payment, right? And that ecosystem is very fragmented right now. So there's a lot more partners in mobility and cloud than there are in telecom and networking. So some of the structure, you may say, well, and you would be right, you're not going to have a lot of, and I'm sorry, that's hard to see, members. So members join the program. Let's talk to a cloud partner here. They have access to marketing tools and training, secure web portal, no fees required. There are never any fees required in my program. Okay, so whatever the members get keeps going as we go up in the program. Silver, all the benefits of a member, plus additional training, including face-to-face training and marketing incentives. So you can file for and receive payment to do lead programs, marketing programs, search engine optimization, telemarketing. Gold builds upon silver, more program incentives, more compensation, invitations to Verizon events to really work with our customers and our sales teams. And then platinum, and I'm waiting for my first platinum member. I got a couple goals. You earn platinum. All the benefits of all the other tiers, plus you get a dedicated full-time marketing resource that Verizon will pay for, and a joint participation in all Verizon brand events. So this is my partner program. This is like the partner programs in the technology industry. So a couple other things I just wanted to go through is how my investment can work for you. When they talk about the innovation at Cisco, IBM, or others, Verizon has invested more capital in technology innovation than any other technology company in the U.S. $26 billion in the last 5 years alone in our networks and in our products. We have a very strong product portfolio. In all of the hurricanes, Hurricane Sandy, Superstorm Sandy, I'm from New Jersey, our Terramark Center never went down. When our wireline assets in Manhattan got flooded, we were able to deploy MiFis and smartphones to business customers to use in their business. These are the kinds of innovations that we want to now empower our channel partners to be able to sell and provide to their customers as well. So a lot of work to do here, but we know that it's our commitment to you to get it going. So Kevin Spaglia is my peer. He runs the America sales, and he's got one quote that's not on this slide, which I'm going to show you, tell you one quote that is. So we're investing in our partners, committed to their success. What he says on his staff calls, and Ray, who reports directly to him, will smile when I say it, is we will err on the side of our partners. More importantly, we have changed our HR, human resources requirements. We have rules of engagement. They are published for our channel partners. Love to give you a copy. It is a very long document we have spent hundreds of hours developing. If one of our direct salespeople violates the rules of engagement, they will receive one warning and go on a performance improvement plan, and then we will fire them. We have published rules of engagement for a reason. We want a good relationship. We want good behavior from us, good behavior from you. That's what makes a good partnership. Why? Not because it's good for Verizon, and not because it's good for your business, because it's good for our customers who need to be able to have an open and honest dialogue and be engaged with the right person to supply their solutions. That's why. So this is, I hope you will see, a different Verizon. In fact, in the hall, one of the folks pointed out to me it's the first time they've ever seen a VP of Verizon in jeans. And so I guess that's probably, and pink high heels came up too. But you know, we're gonna work with the guys on that. We are really committed. So there is a partner program website that you can visit. But I'm gonna ask you to give me 2 more minutes of non-slide time. So I have a 23-year-old son, Sean. I have a 20-year-old daughter, Ashlyn. And my husband is actually in the channel as well, my husband, Roy. It makes sense to you when I'm telling you this. If you've got a pen, my personal cell phone number, so the one I keep on at night because I have a 23-year-old and a 20-year-old, you know, you can envision, bail, you know, 908-883-2020. 908-883-2020. My home phone number is 908-725-1179. If anybody needs that, my team happy to get it for you. I have always given out my personal cell. I turn off my business cell at night on weekends, try to get escape sometimes, and my home phone number to my channel partners. I give it out for a reason. Over the years, by the way, I haven't gotten a million phone calls, right? But I've gotten a few. And I want to motivate all the teams of Verizon to know you've had my personal cell phone number. That you'll use my personal cell phone number. And I don't really love getting calls on Saturdays or Friday nights and my home phone number if, you know, goodness forbid, I'm on the Verizon network, so I always have connectivity. But occasionally the battery dies, right? And so my home phone number, why I wanted you to know my kids and my husband's name, it's nice to say hello. And call me. I'm not just saying that. I mean this. I will give you reference names in the channel. I sit on the board for CompTIA. I've been on the CompTIA board for 3 years. I started my career doing programs in the channel for ASCII. I am a channel advocate. The teams here, Ray, who leads the sales team that works with Kevin, is a channel advocate. Richard Williams, who runs Channel Chief, CRN, hey Richard, who's on my team, is our channel chief running the program. We're here to advocate for you. I wouldn't be on the board at CompTIA if I wasn't serious about the channel. They wouldn't have asked me the first year and re-elected me the second or the third year. I wouldn't be in this position with Verizon if you couldn't have faith that I know what to do with the channel. But I know everything, and I need your help. I need you to tell us what we need to do to make it work for your business, and I need you to be honest if it won't. It's not gonna be for everybody. I'm okay with that. We have some great agents in the program who'd be happy to have you then work with them, and I'm okay with that. We have bars that are struggling, saying, you know what, my customers are asking me for networks, but I don't want to become an expert in networks. And we need to, you know, get that ecosystem going with each and every one of you. But what I know we can't do is we can't drive what we need to drive unless we do it together. So I'm going to ask you for patience as I tell you a story, and then I'm going to open up for Q&A. After Superstorm Sandy, my parents were evacuated from their house. We were out of our house for about 2 weeks. And as we traveled around and talked to businesses, I met with a gentleman who was a manufacturing customer. He actually had purchased through an indirect agent his primary access. He had some POTS lines. He had another facility that had some VoIP services. And he had disaster recovery because he had all of his files on his computers, and every night he backed them up. Customs forms, shipping forms, manufacturing schematics. He had some manufacturing overseas and some here. And he backed them up. And when Superstorm Sandy came, he called the company he backed them up with 7.5 weeks to get his files back. Millions of dollars of product were sent back from the port in Newark because he didn't have the customs signs. Millions of dollars were lost on his manufacturing floors that were not impacted by Superstorm Sandy, but he didn't have the schematics anymore for what they were supposed to do and produce. He didn't have the materials, and he just filed for Chapter 11. Compare and contrast that with another size in the New York area who had virtual disaster recovery with Terramark, which is one of our companies that we own. They had their data back in 6 minutes. 2 key punches, 6 minutes, he had all his data back. So why do I tell you that story? Because all of us collectively failed that small and medium business. We failed them because we left him out there alone and picked the best products he could find. And he couldn't get his own data back. That's the kind of thing that's happening every day to small and medium business customers. They're paying for maintenance fees on PBX closets rather than having a hosted UC solution. They're paying fortunes for email. Fortunes, by the way, that they could invest in a better network. 86% of small and medium businesses have an insufficient network. They can buy more from you guys. They're paying a fortune for these things because no one is helping them to lower their technology costs and increase their tech savvy. 95% of the United States works for a small or medium business. The average small or medium business could innovate enough with technology to hire 1 more person. They could save some money. They could use technology to make some money, and they could hire another person. What would that do for our economy and our businesses? That's what I need your help with. It's not about the partner program. Partner program's great. It's not about Verizon. Verizon's great. It's not about all of you. You're great. It's about the end user customers who are struggling to figure out what technology to use. That's who we all serve. So I'm going to kind of close up with something I do every time when I talk to partners, and it's harder for me than you because I have my heels on. So I'm going to ask you all to cooperate with me, and then we'll open for Q&A. So, right foot in the air. I have heels on. You have to do it with me. It's much harder to do. Right hand in the air. Make your foot go clockwise. Now, make the number 6 with your fingers. What happened to your leg? It went the other way. By the way, you also cannot lick your elbow. Okay, you cannot do that and do this and have your foot continue on the same way. It's the law of opposing forces. It doesn't work. Your leg will always go the other way. Can't lick your elbow. All of you will try. I can't. She was wrong. Why do I tell you what you can't do? What we can't do is continue to have an adversarial relationship. What we can't do is continue down the path we were on before. We can't do that. It won't work. It won't help us grow our businesses. It won't help us grow our customers.